In Asgard, from where the gods ruled over the realms, Odin sat upon his throne, troubled by morbid dreams. The king of Asgard, known for his wisdom and strength, was tormented regularly by haunting nightmares. Each night, as he closed his eyes, 3 ominous figures flooded his dreams, casting shadows of fear upon his mind. The first of these apparitions was a colossal, twisting shadow, its form shifting and undulating like a dark storm cloud. Its presence alone filled Odin's heart with unease, as if it heralded a looming disaster. The second figure that haunted Odin's dreams was a shambling, decaying corpse, emanating a putrid stench that permeated the air around it. Its hollow eyes seemed to bore into Odin's soul, instilling him with a sense of impending doom. But it was the third and most terrifying of the 3 figures that tormented Odin the most, a monstrous beast with jaws dripping with venom, its eyes gleaming with malice. In his dreams, Odin could feel the creature's deadly bite closing in on him, threatening to consume him whole. Though Odin could not discern the true nature of these nightmarish apparitions, he sensed a connection to Asgard's most troublesome deity, Loki, the god of mischief and trickery. Despite having ostensibly settled down with his wife and sons, Loki had been frequently visiting a giantess behind his wife's back. With this giantess, Angrboda, he had several sexual encounters and fathered several children. When Odin discovered that this illicit affair had borne 3 children, a profound sense of unease gripped him. In an effort to quell his fears and address the threat posed by Loki's offspring, Odin summoned 2 of his bravest warriors, Thor, the mighty god of thunder, and Tyr, the valiant god of war. Their mission was clear: journey to Jotunheim, the realm of the giants, and capture Loki's secret children. Arriving at Angrboda's abode, Thor and Tyr were immediately confronted by the first of Loki's offspring, a serpent named Jormungandr, coiled and ready to strike. With lightning reflexes, Thor dodged the snake's venomous fangs and swiftly bound it to a towering pine tree, rendering it powerless. The second child, Hel, emerged before them, a being with a dual nature. From one side, she appeared as a radiant young woman, while from the other, she took on the form of a decaying corpse. Silent and resigned, Hel offered no resistance as Thor and Ty apprehended her, her flesh flaking away as they secured their captive. Finally, the third child, a small wolf named Fenrir, leaped at Tyr with bared fangs. Despite its ferocity, Fenrir proved to be harmless, and Tyr playfully subdued the wolf, cuffing its claws and tucking it away in his pocket alongside his weapons. Returning to Asgard with their captives in tow, Thor and Tyr presented the prisoners before Odin, who was struck with a sense of fearful recognition. Though these were much weaker than those that haunted his dreams, Odin resolved to dispose of them before his nightmares could come to fruition. First, Jormungandr was banished to the vast sea at the edge of the world, where it would coil and grow until it encircled the entirety of Midgard, the realm of mortal men. Hel was cast deep below the earth, where she would reign as queen of the underworld, presiding over the realm of the dead. But Fenrir presented a formidable challenge. Already growing strong enough to pose a threat to the gods themselves, the wolf demanded a more cautious approach. Under Odin's watchful eye, Fenrir matured from a playful cub into a formidable beast, his intelligence and strength growing with each passing day. Tyr, drawn to the wolf's fierce spirit, visited Fenrir frequently, forming a bond with the creature despite Odin's mounting apprehension. As Fenrir grew in size and power, Odin knew that he could not delay the inevitable confrontation forever. Thus, Odin devised a plan to subdue Fenrir once and for all. Crafting the heaviest chains in his forge, Odin presented them to the wolf as a challenge of strength. Eager to prove himself, Fenrir eagerly accepted, only to shatter the chains with ease. Undeterred, Odin turned to the dwarves, master craftsmen renowned for their skill. Drawing upon the rarest of materials, the dwarves fashioned Gleipnir, an unbreakable chain disguised as fine thread, woven from the most elusive of substances. When Odin issued his final challenge to Fenrir, the wolf laughed at the sight of the seemingly fragile thread. But as he examined Gleipnir more closely, Fenrir sensed Odin's deception and felt a flicker of fear stir within him. In a cunning maneuver, Fenrir struck a bargain with the gods. He would accept the challenge, but only if one of them kept their hand in his mouth as a pledge of good faith. With a heavy heart, Tyr volunteered for this perilous task, knowing the consequences that awaited him. Bound by Gleipnir, and with Tyr's hand firmly in his jaws, Fenrir strained against the unyielding chain, but to his dismay, the more he struggled, the tighter Gleipnir constricted around him, binding him inescapably. Fenrir's fury knew no bounds as he realized the extent of Odin's betrayal. With a howl of anguish and rage, he bit down with all his might, severing Tyr's hand in a torrent of blood and saliva. In a desperate act of defiance, Odin thrust Tyr's blade between Fenrir's jaws, preventing the wolf from inflicting further harm. Though Fenrir remained alive, he was bound and defeated, his once potent rage reduced to impotent fury. With Fenrir subdued, Odin believed he had averted the looming threat foretold by his nightmares. Yet, unbeknownst to him, his actions had only sealed the fate he sought to avoid. Beneath the roiling waves of the sea, Jormungandr grew ever larger, encircling Midgard in an eternal embrace. Hel ascended to her throne in the depths of the underworld, where she ruled over the souls of the departed with grim authority. She amassed a large army of the dead under her command, and Fenrir, though bound, bided his time, his hatred simmering beneath the surface as he plotted his vengeance against the gods who had betrayed him. Thus, Odin's victory over fate proved to be but a fleeting illusion, as the consequences of his actions set in motion a chain of events that would ultimately lead to the downfall of Asgard itself.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to get more content like this.